All right. Next question.
Good morning, Dennis van Dissel for Belgacom TV. I was just wondering, all of the previous movies have had different directors, and now again, Bill Condon for the home stretch, so to speak. Can you maybe talk a little bit about what is new about the experience of working on this movie with another director again, and maybe how that changes the tone of it?
I think with each installment, Sama did a really great job at choosing directors that kind of catered to the theme of each book, because with each installment I think there's very different themes that we had to deal with, and it's, I think, been a really great thing for me and a great experience, just because I learned very quickly that every director is kind of an artist in itself, and they work very differently and kind of bring something different to the table, and so I personally learned a lot, and I think we were lucky enough to have people come on that were very respectful of the characters that we had already created, but they also came in with ideas of their own, and we kind of formed this collaboration, and at least for myself, it helped a lot kind of rounding out the character of Alice and, you know, making her very multidimensional.
Yeah, I think Bill, I think for this story as well, he's an incredibly sensitive man, and I think this story really had to have someone who was very careful in dealing with certain issues which could be like very controversial afterwards if you did something strange with them. But it was funny because I mainly saw it the way he worked with Kristen, because it's Bella's story, the whole series, and the last one was much more objective in tone. It was, you didn't really see it was from Bella's head. And Kristen and Bill really worked to make it Bella's story again. And he invested so much in her. I mean, their relationship was crazy. I mean, they kind of, they were passionately and they were extremely passionate about it. And it was really nice to watch that, especially because it's in so many ways it's difficult for a guy to understand a lot of the emotions about. It's so specifically a young woman's journey, and Bill was really trying to become a young woman. That's the only way I can think of putting that.
We'll ask Bill that later on. We switch to the other side. Lady with the red t-shirt, second row.
Thanks. My name is Annemieke. I'm from 7 Days. It's a magazine for teenagers. You just said that it's hard for you to understand all the emotions of women, and that maybe because of the film, you learned it a bit better. In what way did this movie help you to understand the complexity of emotions of women and love a bit more?
I mean, I don't know if it's like too general a story. I think Bella's a very, very specific character. I think the fact that so many people connect to the books, to a story that in a lot of ways I'll look at Bella's decisions in the books and go like, what are you doing? This doesn't make any sense at all. But so many people can relate to it. So I'm like, well, there's obviously a lot of credence in seemingly mad decisions. That's crazy. I'm basically saying that, I learned that a lot of women are crazy. That's a terrible answer. I don't know. I don't think it really helped me understand women at all. I think you're better off, if you're trying to understand women, I mean, you should probably, I don't know, just give up. God damn.
We switch to the other side.
Hi, I'm Jan from Het Nieuwsblad, a newspaper. A question for Robert. A few years ago you told me you were a little bit scared of screaming fans. Are you looking forward to tonight? Because you're going to meet thousands of Belgian fans, and I think Ashley knows Belgian fans can scream really loud.
Yeah, it's always kind of interesting going to new cities, because even though you've seen it, there's always slight differences between every single place. Even though there's definitely a theme at Twilight events of screaming, I think there's always you hope there's going to be something new. You think that they'll bring in some characteristics. They'll have some French fries with mayonnaise And you do like, what am I talking about? I've got
I don't know.
Literally, I'm not awake yet. I think I'm still dreaming. Like, this is.
You're talking about mayonnaise.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. Yeah. I mean, it kind of does become. It does. I'm not really scared of it anymore. Like, it doesn't really overwhelm me. I have a kind of. I know where to go inside myself now, to not feel like I'm having a nervous breakdown.
I'll put it on Twitter about the mayonnaise, so expect a lot of French fries with mayonnaise later this evening. We'll change sides again. On this side, we have a question at the back.
Hi, my name is Jody. I'm from Meiden magazine, Teen Mag for Girls. I was wondering for you both, which is your favorite scene in the movie?
I think it wasn't necessarily the most fun to film, but I think the wedding scene is extraordinarily beautiful, and I don't know, being there, even though it is a film and we were acting, I think, part of our job is to try and make it as real as possible to us, and so I think there's something very beautiful about marriage and seeing, I mean, it was a little weird seeing one of your friends walk down an aisle, even though it's a fake thing. It was still very strange, but I'm really excited for everyone to see it.
I think my favorite scene was probably the birth scene. Just because it seems so crazy to be doing something like that in a Twilight movie. I mean, normally they're just, it's kind of, it's a hero story, it's a kind of adventure story, or it's a romance, but this is just complete horror. I mean, chewing through someone's uterus and stuff. I mean, it's like absolute madness, and just sort of, me and Taylor, I'm sitting there with like a dummy's legs over my shoulders, coming up with like cream cheese all over my face, and I'm like, what movie are we doing? This is like, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard on a Twilight set.
Why did you have cream cheese on your face?
Because it was the uterus. Cream cheese and strawberry jam. That's what a uterus looks like, or a placenta.
Oh, really? Good to know.
Yeah, it looks just like cream cheese.
Now I know.
Biology lesson this early in the morning. We switch to the other side.